Hi there, welcome to Soulfully Illumined. Today's video we're going into the new moon eclipse in Taurus that's coming up at the end of the month to the beginning of May. Already the energies are coming through, but eclipse time is a time to eclipse out the old and eclipse in better ideals. And this one in particular being in Taurus, which is, an earth sign. So it's about like the earth, our physical experience. It's about our values and about what brings us comfort. And that could be through, foods. It could be through our finances. It could be through, the beauty that we're experiencing in our world. So it really feels like there's this newness through this solar eclipse, through this new moon. So, of course, intentions are key, are so important, and this eclipse energy just really is a powerful time for manifestation. Although we do have that Mercury retrograde that enters in, I believe it's like partway more so to the mid of the month. But all of these planets are like playing with each other as we continue through our journey. So let's go over this new moon energy in Taurus. It is the way that it was shown to me, it was like we're on like this conveyor belt, right? And as we go on this conveyor belt, it's like we're picking and we're choosing those things that we want in our physical world. Now, there's two ways to go forth on this conveyor belt, well, actually, there's multiple ways, but the extremes of it is we're picking out all the good things. Okay, well, this is my scenario today, and I like this, and I like this, and I like this, going through the conveyor belt and basically putting all of these things in your basket, in your world, in your intentions about how you're choosing to move forward, what you want to manifest into your world. The other extreme of this is going along this conveyor, allowing life to kind of lead you and seeing all of those things that you don't like. I hate this. I don't like this. I don't like that. Now, which avenue works best for you? Sometimes it's neither, and it's just taking that middle ground and just observing it all. What feels good in your body? And I think that's another key here with this Taurus new moon is I feel like the body is really going to be giving us hints and tips and guidance as to moving forward through this eclipse period and also moving forward in general. We're building a greater connection with the body, with the elements of the earth, and really bringing forth a different way of being. So it's also seeing and experiencing these resources that we have within us as well as around us in our physical element. And really just, number one, appreciating the things that we do have, but also realizing those things that we would like to change in our reality. And the slowing down period of that Mercury retrograde is so important because it's when we slow down that we really get to see the details of our lives. The little details that are so minute, but they're not, because they structurize the foundation of who we are and the type of world that we live in. So this time, it's like right now we're just working through those small details. We've done a lot of releasing work in the last years. So enjoy this eclipse period because now you get to really pick and choose with more confidence, with more consciousness than ever before. So when I pull the cards, as far as the collective energies, the bottom of the deck says commitment. And I'm just drawn to closure underneath that and justice. it's like we're moving forward into this new period, just not looking back. Not looking back. And I think that's key, and it can be difficult for a lot of us to not look back and use the past to dictate our future. But I feel like that they're really asking us, Spirit is really asking us to not look back and to continue to move forward and close the door of the past behind you. Because as you continue to move forward, especially in this Taurus energy, it's like you have so much support around you. If you didn't check out my video about messages from Gaia, you may want to check that one out. It's interesting. I didn't even think about that connecting to this eclipse period, but you may want to check that one out. But what I'm getting here is that we're supported more than we know in our physical reality. We use our mental energy so much because we feel like we need to, right? Especially when we're coming from a place of security and stability. But this period is here to really show us how supported we truly are on this world. So it's like, keep walking on that conveyor and look around you. And what's really enhanced to me here is that space of neutrality as you continue to move forward. You'll find that things are balancing around you, or you will see the balance in the things around you. But as you move forward, there is this greater commitment to oneself. There's some solar plexus energies that are really being activated. The energies coming forth are really activating that solar plexus and giving us a greater stability in who we are as the divine being that we are, not from the human aspect, but more of our divine essence, and really grounding that into our physical vessel. You may feel or sense or observe part of that ego coming up, or part of your shadow self coming up, but it's the interplay between both aspects of yourself that make you this incredible being that you are. And you'll find that as you continue to move forth through this period, and it feels like, to me, it's like that new moon Taurus energy into that full moon in Scorpio that's coming mid-May, which is like around May 15th. And that's, I'm going to talk about that in a different video, about how that scorpionic energy is really just going to help us to take that deep dive and really just build an even greater foundation of our divine essence, of our divine expression here on Earth, in physical form. But moving through this eclipse energy, you're going to find a greater commitment for oneself, yourself, and how you're choosing to live in the world. It's really interesting. There may be moments where it gets a little intense, but it really feels like this eclipse time is just give yourself that TLC, that Taurus vibe, of that Venetian vibe of just love, that softness, that, just that comfort. Give yourself that space. So now, as we move into the pick a card, I'm doing this one a little differently. We have 3 cards, and pile 1 is the well-being card. Do pick which card resonates with you, and we'll take it deeper into the pick a card aspect. So we have well-being here. Pile 2 is freedom. And pile 3, empowerment. So feel into these cards. All right, pile 1, 2, 3. Pause the video if you need to, and follow your heart, and I'll see you at your pile. Hey there, pile 1. If you picked the well-being card, this reading is for you for this new moon in Taurus solar eclipse. So right off the cuff, I'm getting transformative energies for you. Really opening up your body up to more light, as the energies will be really affecting your physical vessel. But what it's doing is it's helping you to soar. It's helping you to open up and just kind of soar, to move forward. Now, energetically, it's opening up, expanding your vessel. Basically, the energies coming in are filling you up and stretching you out. Have you ever seen like a bird soaring in the wind? It's like it's stretched out and the wind just takes it as it like glides in the wind. And I feel like that's kind of what's going to be happening with you. It's more of a surrender state for you, Pal 1. This period is about surrender and allowing the energies to do its work. You may be called into nature. It does feel like nature is going to be very healing and nurturing for you. But it also feels like there's going to be a lot of information coming in for you. And it may not be information, the information may not be in the form of words, it just could be energy. And the energy is coming in to just clear your mental body, clear your mind, and open up your mind to seeing multiple perspectives, multiple ways of viewing your realities. And I say realities because you are multidimensional. You're going to understand through this process that nothing is as it seems. You're going to understand that on a greater level, that what you may have thought in the past is not what it seems. And so that's why, if you haven't listened to the intro, you may want to, because this is about you moving forward, but allowing your body to heal, allowing your mind to heal, allowing your emotional state to heal, so you can really move forward and soar and not look back. This will affect your physical vessel, Pile 1. So as I said, self-care is key. Allow yourself to be soft at this point, because it's like the energies are lifting you up, lifting you up. You're going to find foods. You'll be paying attention to the foods and the plants, the nature, just the elements of the earth that really enable you, really allow you to function on a better level, really allow you to feel lighter in your skin. You may even find that your physical senses will amplify during this period, but it's as you go lighter with your life and just kind of surrender to the process, you'll be able to sense it more deeply. Being in the present moment is key, and if you find that like during this surrendering state, it'll be easier to be more in the present state. And for you, that's so important because of the energies flowing in. It's in the present state of surrender is where you're going to get the most juice from the energies that are flowing to you, the most nourishment. So allow yourself to just let go. All right. We're going to use the Psychic Tarot for Pile 1. Yeah, there's not much movement right now on the physical, but what you're doing is you're building a greater foundation. Oh, interesting. Okay. So for you, Pile 1, it's like there's not much movement forward, like on the physical sense. But know this, you're creating, the movement is all internal for you, Pile 1. It's like you're building that balance between the internal world, okay, and the external. And it's like you've been possibly in the past been putting a lot of time and energy into your external world and what you're doing with, like, for example, career or family or just various relationships. But this is the time for you to go internal so you can have that better balance between the two aspects, the inner and the outer realms. Know that you are at this completion point, okay, pile 1, and this completion point is so important. And you know, like when you've like done a marathon and you're just tired and you need to rest and recover, this is your time to rest and recover. And give yourself the appreciation, by the way. I feel like you've been working really hard in the past, pile 1, to get you to this point, and you've like really internalized a lot of your journey, like the ups and the downs and so forth. This is your time, and I was like, that was in reverse, right? What does it say? Emotional withdrawal. And now's the time for you to release. And look at that, the Tower's in reverse as well. So it's like, it's time for you to just like take off the mask, let go of the old stuff that you may still be holding on to, and just allow yourself to float for a little bit and just let go. It's important because it's like you've been carrying a heavy load for so long, and because you're now being upgraded to a higher level, it's like that baggage has been like pulling you down, right? You don't need it anymore. It's like let go of the baggage and allow yourself to float up to this next level. All right, so this is what the eclipse is doing. It's eclipsing out the old stuff, old baggage that you've been holding on to, and giving yourself a moment to just eclipse in and just allow in all of that beautiful healing vibe, clearing vibe, your essence in. So, final card, guidance for pile 1. Please, Spirit, for this new moon eclipse in Taurus. Peace. Irene, peace. There's no need to worry as everything is working out beautifully. I love this. And I'm just so drawn to the dolphins in the back. And it's like, just play. Now's the time for you to just be light and play. Play with the environment around you. Play with Gaia. Play with nature. Play with your cat or dog. Just play and be light about it. You're being purified, pile 1. You're releasing that old and bringing in the new. And so allow that transformation to happen because you're birthing something new. All right, so pile 1, that was your message. I hope you enjoy this. Enjoy this new moon eclipse energy because, my gosh, it is bringing you greater well-being. All right, take care. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Hey there, pile 2. So if you picked the Freedom card, this reading is for you for this new moon solar eclipse in Taurus. So what it feels like for you, pile 2, you're going to, the energies coming in are expanding your box. By that I mean it's opening up your awareness to greater possibilities, to realize that although you may have felt like or thought that there was so many burdens or so many things around you that, you know, were in essence trapping you, that they're not. And I feel like the energies coming through are really just lighting you up, which is going to allow you, let me show you. I feel like the energies are really going to light you up and really going to help you to raise your head, raise your awareness, get you out of that thinking mode, that thinking pattern, those cycles going through that brain. And it's going to raise up that head of yours so you can actually look around you. And although the brain, the mind, may have put you in this box, you really exist in all of this. This is your potential. This is who you are. Yeah. Okay. So, and it's like the energies that are coming in, the things that are eclipsing out is your sense of being tied down. And you're going to really realize that it's those mental patterns that have blocked you and that have put that in your way. But the energies coming through are raising you up to see this different awareness that's going to actually bring you greater peace. As you look up, Pal 2, it's like you're going to see the magic and the miracles around you. And this could be in the form of your physical environment, seeing certain things in like your home, in nature, in your career, job, that are actually pretty damn good, that are pretty supportive for who you are and what you need in that moment. And through that appreciation, it's like that's the key for you realizing that you were never caged in the first place. This is a process of transformation as well for you too, Pal 2. It's like you're transmuting the past and the old and opening yourself up to the new awareness, new way of being, this more peaceful state. You can see the doves out here. There's one here. Where was the other one? Anyway, I feel like it's around her in the back. But it's like the energies is just going to bring you greater peace and understanding. And it's really beautiful. Really, really beautiful. Sorry about that, Pal 2. I had to take a quick call. So let's continue on with some tarot. And for pile 2, please, Spirit. New moon eclipse in Taurus for pile 2. Okay. So we have conflict and defeat, card 5, which to me I'm feeling more of like mental conflict. We have intuition in reverse. And then we have moving on, card 6, upright. Bottom of the deck, we have power in reverse, fulfillment of wishes in reverse, new beginnings in reverse. Okay, so for you, Pile 2, a lot of mental energy, Pile 2, for you. It feels like you have been, like as far as the cage, what I was talking about the cage up here before, about just being caged up, and it does feel like this to me is confirmation that it's been mental processes, feeling like you had to go a certain way and you had to just keep doing a certain path, possibly over and over and over again. But it's like the way that you've been doing it may have been what people have expected or the conventional way of doing things, but it's like it's like you've been needing to tap into yourself, your heart space, your intuition, your soul's guidance. And that's why, those doors haven't really been opening up for you. It's as though the piece that's missing is you connecting with yourself And I feel like that's where that energy is coming through, like that eclipse energy. It's really about you tapping in with you during this process and really just kind of opening your eyes up and just looking up and looking and connecting with the world around you, not from the mental mind, but just from the being that you are. Does that make sense? The being that you are, meaning just, for example, when you're walking in nature, you're really merging with nature. You're really just like allowing her to just like hug you, to really just wrap herself around you. That's kind of what I mean. It's just like by being in a space without running the mind. It's like you can really be here in the present and allow your intuition, allow your heart to come out fully. Gosh, I hope that makes sense. What this energy is doing is bringing in greater balance between the heart and the mind by bringing forth more of your heart and more of your intuitive senses. So you may have felt pretty blocked in the mind and feeling possibly some cloudiness about choices that you've had to make or need to make, or choices about directions as to where you need to go and how you need to do it. It's like because you've needed to really just come back to you. Come back to you. Not this. You know what I mean? So it's like when you get back to that, you're going to realize that those confinements are just an illusion. And as you realize that, you will move forward, hence the moving on card, and notice the movement from the darkness into the light, where you're going to gain that greater clarity, greater awareness, greater options and possibilities that are available to you, and how limitless you truly are. And it's going to give you a new zest for life, pile 2. I feel like it's just this balancing act that's happening within you, balancing of the mind and the heart, that play between the mind and the heart. So you have greater awareness and you're better able to use all of these different tools that you have, and more of the tools that are coming in for you energetically. All right, so you're eclipsing out just this old way of being that hasn't served you, that's been limiting you, and eclipsing in greater balance between your heart and your mind. Eclipsing in more of your divine essence so you can move freely into this next chapter, or this next aspect of your life in greater balance, greater awareness, more expansion. All right, so we're going to end this reading with the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck. One final card for pile 2, please, Spirit, for the eclipse energy in new moon in Taurus. Guidance, please. Oh, that's lovely. Okay, we have, I don't know if I'm going to pronounce her name correctly, Arakura. It says blossoming. You are just getting started, so have patience with yourself and the process, and do not give up. You are blossoming. You are really bringing forth more of your purer state of being. Allow the process to happen and take it step by step. Pile 2. This is about greater connection to yourself. So you can really just, oh, I just noticed that. So you can really just be free. Like, look at her in this image, right? Doesn't that remind you of the dove? It reminds me of the dove. So you can blossom into greater peace, understanding, awareness, and be able to really express yourself. You're starting a new cycle that's going to be a little different, a different way of being that's actually more beneficial for you, pile 2. So enjoy this process of greater connection with yourself. You know what? Sorry, just I'm drawn to the green Tara, and it says start delegating. This is the bottom of the deck over here. And it says start delegating. Ask others, including me, to help you instead of trying to do everything by yourself. That might be for someone out there that's feeling caged and feeling like there's a lot of burdens on their back. It's like start to delegate different tasks to different people. You might find that they actually enjoy doing it, and maybe they do it in a way that just helps you to grow too. All right, I'm really feeling that green energy. This is really going to help you to open up your heart and open up your awareness. It's really exciting because it's going to bring in different possibilities and opportunities for you. Pile 2. All right, so, oh, one more thing. This is, I think, probably the most important thing, which is for you. I feel like through this process of this greater connection with yourself, Pile 2, and realizing the limitlessness of who you are, I feel like you're going to fall in love with yourself on a whole different level. Like, remember the bottom of the deck in the intro? If you haven't seen the intro, you might want to just check that out, where I talk about the collective energy. Like, I really feel like this is what's going to come through for you, Pile 2. Greater, excuse me, greater connection with yourself, greater connection with how you choose to express yourself, and the confidence to back it up. Really nice. Really, really nice. All right, Pile 2, that was your reading. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, we would love to have you. Otherwise, see you next time and have a great eclipse. Bye-bye. Hey there, Pile 3, welcome. If you picked the Empowerment card, this reading is for you. So, for you, Pile 3, this new moon eclipse and Taurus, I'm feeling like a power surge. Like, I'm feeling like there's a lot of information downloads coming in for you, Pile 3. But the energy is really helping you to expand your awareness, your understanding of who you are and what you are to do in this world, your purpose. And it's helping you to allow your heart to lead. It's actually moving you forward into acts of service is what I'm getting. It's really nice energy, Pile 3. It's like it's bringing in like greater alignment, more of like I said in the intro, more of your divine presence into physical form, which will really allow you to be more stronger, more confident, more just here in your skin. And because of that, you'll be more able to just enjoy being who you are and enjoy being in your world, realizing that you are so much more than this human. You are beyond the human. You're just visiting, and you're here for a purpose. A lot of that, these downloads, there's downloads coming in for you, Pile 3, that's going to give you greater clarity as to how to move forward. But a lot of it, too, is just who you are as that divine entity, as that divine presence here. Allow the energies to come forth. Breathing is key for you, Pile 3, because it's through the breath that's going to give you greater alignment and help you to bring that energy and balance it within your body and help to open up the mind and give the mind clarity so more of that information can come to your consciousness. Yeah. It's like you've done a lot of shadow work, Pile 3, but now it's time for you to come into the light. It's time for you to kind of step out of that and move into the light. Because it's like the spotlight's on you. Really weird, really interesting, really interesting. It's so funny the way these messages come through. Anyway, for pile 3, for this new moon eclipse in Taurus, for pile 3, please. Thank you. Yeah. All right, pile 3. Like I said before about, like, we have the devil card, right? It's under temptation. You know, perhaps in the past, pile 3, there's been, you had been more so in the shadow, doing a lot of the shadow clearing, shadow work, shadow awareness, you know, and maybe drawn to certain things that may not have been beneficial to you. Notice how with the devil here, he's like, there's the light, and it's like he's pushing it away, but then look, he looks back to it, but then he looks away, he looks back to it, and he looks away. And it's like, that may have been the past, but it's more of like the mental energy. But now you're moving into a place of change where there's greater foundation, firm foundation. What does it say? Foundation and achievement, 4, which is about stability and foundation. And it's like, if you look at the light here, it reminds me of this light, the moon over here. And it's like the energies are really supportive for you to really just own that space of being in the light. It's like maybe you've pushed it away in the past or wasn't truly ready to really embrace some of the wonders and magic that have been coming for you, and you may have innately already known that it's coming for you. But the energies now are really supportive for you to really embody and embrace it. And that embracing, that really having that commitment, bottom of the deck for the collective energy, that commitment of yourself to yourself is really going to help to propel you forward, to have a greater foundation within yourself, but also movement into the external world. You may have found in the past that things had not progressed the way that you may have wanted it to. Maybe, yes, from an egoic standpoint, but the heart, it just never really served the heart. Your heart wasn't truly satisfied, but you're moving into a time of greater awareness, understanding. It's like you've reached the peak of that mountain where you understand things, the way that it's all transpired. Well, maybe not all, but maybe certain things have transpired to lead you to this point of understanding the top of the mountain. And now it's time for you to move forward in that full awareness. So this process for this new moon for you, pile 2, is the process of that greater stability, building that stability, allowing those energies to come forth, and really just moving in it. And that could be the simple stuff, such as like washing your dishes or going out for walks or just, you know, having a day at work. But it's, number one, the energies need to move through your body to allow it to settle. And then as you're moving through it, it's going to kind of acclimate into your skin. Oh God, does that make sense? I hope you know what I mean. It's like you need to move in it. So you may have movements bottom of the deck. Movement, choices, decisions. It's like as you move and you continue to follow the choices of your heart, because you're going to be gaining greater clarity, pile 3. You know what? I just realized something. You may have been drawn to pile 1 or pile 2, because I feel like it's a story. Pile 1, pile 2 to pile 3. So it's like moving from well-being and just self-love and care to like freedom, which is about, you know, just letting go of the mental cage that, you know, the mind has put you in, to a point of just like empowerment of really, oh my God, yes, to this point of empowerment and really just embodying these energies of who you are and really moving forward and making choices that keep you in alignment, that really supports you. Like I said in the intro, it's like picking and choosing those things that really just empower you. And it's like, as you do that, like, look, we have another sphere of light here. You light right up, my friend, because you're charged. And perhaps in the past you haven't been so charged because you've been working out of the mind and the ego, which, you know, maybe not all the time, but in the ways that right now are coming up for you to be be seen. You know, it's about the little details at this point. And so it's like letting go of those little things and just picking those things to fill you up is going to just make you light up like a 1,000-watt light bulb, if not more. Really, really nice. So I'm just going to show you, like, look at this. Pile 1, you have a sphere here, right? The moon. Look how far away that moon is to her. And then you have the freedom card, right? And then you see the sphere. I hope you can see it. It's right around her, but it's so light, right? Which to me, like, that represents you, that energy coming forth to you. And then look, you walk out of it new, empowered in your glory. So, pile 3. Yeah. Enjoy this time, pile 3, of just being in the energies and allowing it to just kind of wrap you and hold you. Because this time, this eclipse period is giving you greater foundation. You may not feel that full movement forward in the ways that your ego or your mind may want you to move forward, but know this, pile 3. This is setting a firm foundation for you that's going to help you to make healthier choices in general, but also live life the way that you want to live. All right, so just take it one step, one choice, one decision at a time as you continue to move forward. You're making small shifts during this eclipse period. Final card, guidance for pile 3, please, Spirit. Okay. So we have Nematona, sacred space. Create an altar or visit a power place to connect with the divine. For you, pile 3, that time alone is going to be really powerful for you. That time in just the nothingness will be really important for you. It may be difficult at the beginning because you're used to more of an active pace, but it's like allow yourself to kind of just simmer down and breathe. Those deep breaths in and out, that expansion and the contraction is going to help to still the body, still the mind. All right, and through that space, it's so powerful. It's like you're going to just light right up. Bottom of that deck, Mother Earth, you're called upon to help with environmentalism. I'm really feeling with this is just take time with Mother Nature. That Taurus, that Venetian energy coming through is going to be really supportive for this transformative period for you. Again, your mind might act up, pile 3. Know this. It's about faith. It's about trusting. It's trusting spirit. It is trusting yourself and in trusting what you already know within your heart. All right? We're moving into a time that's just not exactly conventional. We're moving into a different way of being, right? So the old doesn't necessarily work anymore. So follow your own heart, follow your guidance, and it will take you to where you want to go. All right, so pile 3, that was your reading. Thank you for watching. Give it a like if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't. We would love to have you. Otherwise, see you on the next video. Have a wonderful eclipse. Take care. Bye.